Hello, everybody out there. Welcome to another great episode of the Gridiron Glory. Tad and Will here to bring you coverage of all 32 teams in the NFL. And when I do say all 32 teams, we certainly mean that. And today's game is about the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers. They go out there and win this game 38-20. Um, in a game that, like Carolina certainly, competed, for a good amount of it. But then, Atlanta was able to find a way to really break away at halftime. Kirk Cousins, 19 of 30, 225 yards, a touchdown, and no interceptions. Tyler Alliger rushing for a touchdown as well. Drake London with a pretty clutch touchdown catch. I mean, really, it's like, okay, for the now let's talk about the Panthers really quick, because now what you have is, Andy Dalton going out there, 26 of 38, uh, two touchdowns, two interceptions. Uh, Chuba Hubbard, 92 yards. Chuba Hubbard, Chuba, I don't know, however you want to say his name. Deontay Johnson with a touchdown as well. So I mean, if you're a Panthers fan and you're watching this, um, some progress, right? If you're like a super diehard Panthers fan that like watches every second, no matter what, I'm sure there are some of you out there. I would say, like, yeah, you definitely like to see a bit more of a competitive effort from the Panthers.
Yeah, I'd say the big thing for the Panthers that you can take some solace in is look at the sacks. You didn't allow any sacks. I mean, that's always a plus. I mean, Atlanta has a fairly solid defense that generally gets to the quarterback fairly well. You got guys like Judon going at the quarterback, so that's a fairly solid job to keep him clean. I mean, only three quarterback hits, only four tackles for loss. Not all that bad by the Carolina offensive line, but yeah, I mean they were competitive for most of the game. Obviously, the veteran team in Atlanta, they pulled away at the end. Kirk Cousins made the plays that you would expect a veteran quarterback to make to win a game like this. Bijan Robinson, the two touchdowns, both running backs were good. Algier and Robinson, they were both good today. So Atlanta just they're a more well put together team. Obviously, these are two teams in very different states. With Atlanta doing what they can to compete for the division, and now they're tied with Tampa Bay for the division lead. Well, Carolina, they're obviously we know what state they're in. They're rebuilding. I mean, there's really no secret around that. So that's kind of just two teams in a very different state, two rivals. They were competitive for a while, and then the better team, they won out.
And yeah, really quick, I just wanted to go ahead and get your take on Drake London and where would you rank Drake London amongst NFL wide receivers?
Yeah, I mean Drake London, he's having a bit of a breakout season. Kind of under the radar, I'd say. I mean, the big game, obviously the big game on Thursday Night Football against Tampa Bay, where he obliterated the competition there. But yeah, he's at 6 receptions or more in every game. He's turning into a consistent football player, which is something that Falcons fans have been waiting for ever since they drafted him. It feels like they've unlocked him with Kirk Cousins, and he's definitely turning into a receiver that can be, I don't know, borderline top 20 at this point, maybe with even higher potential.
Absolutely. I think he's a very dynamic receiver. He's very athletic. He's very versatile. He shows a lot of dexterity, able to really go out there and, you know, um, outspeed a corner, outspeed a safety. And he can really use his speed and really his versatility to go out there and make extensive and dynamic plays as a wide receiver, a young one at that in this
Mm-hmm.
Falcon system. Um, yeah, so that's what I would say from that point of view on that. So um ultimately, yeah, this was a beautiful win for the Atlanta Falcons. They go out there and win 38-20. They stay in the mix in the NFC South. And yeah, Panthers fans just, unfortunately, and this is no fault of your guys as Panthers fans. It's just you guys have some really unfortunate ownership. I mean, I'm sure you guys be the first ones to tell me all about it, the diehard ones. I mean, I'd love to hear like your guys' thoughts and take if you're a Panthers fan out there listening and watching. So let us know because we're curious how you guys do it. All the respect in the world, and it's not your fault. It's just the ownership and the management and just how poorly ran this franchise is right now. It's the most poorly ran franchise in the NFL, and it shows time and time again.
You could argue it's probably one of the most poorly ran franchises in all of the major sports over here. So it's tough. There's
sadly, so yeah, probably yeah. So sadly, so you're probably right. I mean, there's definitely some poorly ran franchises amongst the major sports in North America, but yeah, this one's right up there.
Yeah, we're looking at you, Chicago White Sox, but enough about them.
Yeah, they're up there too, but yeah. Anyways, Falcons win 38-20. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow all season long. Stay tuned for clips and content, and yeah, be sure to let us know what you think. All things football. Stay tuned all season long on the Gridiron Glory.